When was the last time you ended a day feeling proud of how you spent it? Not busy, not exhausted, proud. Most people wake up, reach for the phone, and surrender the first movement of their mind to noise. They solve other people's urgency. They answer other people's demands. And by nightfall, they are no closer to the person they claim they want to become. That is the paradox. We are not starved of time. We are robbed of sovereignty. And when attention is stolen long enough, a life can disappear without ever looking dramatic. This is the quiet terror of modern life. Not collapse, not visible failure, but the feeling that the days are passing without becoming yours. You are not drowning in disaster. You are dissolving in distraction. That is why it feels so difficult to name. It looks normal, functional, responsible, but the cost is brutal. You stop trusting your own word. You begin every day in reaction. You end every day depleted. And somewhere underneath the routine, your soul starts to feel as if it is permanently for rent. Because the first hour of your mind was handed to the world, and the world never returns it untouched. Seneca saw this clearly 2,000 years ago. Life is not short. We simply waste much of it. Today, that waste is no longer accidental. It is engineered. Notifications, feeds, endless novelty. 1,000 small systems designed to fracture your attention and weaken your prohairesis, your power of reasoned choice. So you live in reaction. The phone rings, you answer. The feed refreshes, you scroll. The hard task appears, you delay. This is how drift is built. Not through one dramatic collapse, through repetition without authorship. And that is why a man can wake up years later with movement behind him but no direction in front of him. Marcus Aurelius understood that if you do not retreat into yourself with discipline, the world will occupy you completely. He called for an inner citadel. Not escape, fortification. A place within where noise loses jurisdiction. That is the sovereign hour. 1 hour. 60 minutes. Not leisure, not spare time. A forge. A daily territory where you are unreachable, untouched, and no longer for rent. This is not self-help. It is self-command. Because if no part of the day belongs to your becoming, then your life does not belong to you. It belongs to interruption, to obligation, to algorithm, to appetite. Most people think transformation requires intensity. It does not. It requires repetition. One focused hour applied daily to something worthy outperforms years of vague ambition, because scattered effort never compounds. The Stoic understands the force of concentration. A beam, not a flood. 1 hour to build, 1 hour to train, 1 hour to study, 1 hour to think, 1 hour to move your life in a direction that can still respect you later. This is where the question changes. Stop asking, "What can I watch?" Ask instead, "What can I build?" Weaponize your curiosity. Train your body to stop negotiating with comfort. Sharpen your mind with what is useful, not merely stimulating. A weak vessel teaches the mind to surrender. A disciplined hour teaches identity to harden. And once that hour becomes ritual, you no longer need to pretend you are becoming someone. The evidence begins to speak for you. Think of a forge burning before sunrise. Amber fire, stone walls, the city outside still cold and asleep. Inside, metal meets flame. That is the sovereign hour. A place where raw material becomes form. Now compare that to the average mind. A castle under siege with the gates left open. Every notification enters. Every demand gets a response. Every anxiety is welcomed in. No walls, no command. And then there is the dragon, the task you keep avoiding, the conversation, the debt, the page, the discipline. Ignored, it grows in darkness. Faced, it shrinks into something mortal. The Stoic rises at first light for one reason: to build before he consumes. to shape the day before the day shapes him. So here is the blueprint. 3 protocols. First, claim the forge. 1 full hour, every day. Phone off, door closed. No maintenance work. No shallow tasks. Only the work that advances your life. Protect it like territory, because it is. Second, win first light. Rise. Move. Drink water. Face the light. Do not begin the day under digital occupation. The morning sets the moral temperature of the entire day, so let the first act be discipline, not reaction. Third, track the truth. Do not trust intention. Track behavior. Did you do the hour, yes or no? Did you build, yes or no? Did you train, yes or no? Missing once is human. Missing twice is the start of a new identity. So never miss twice. Repair the break immediately. That is how discipline becomes character. Stoicism does not ask you to become louder, or busier, or more impressive. It asks something harder. Become governed. Reclaim the hour. Rise before you react. Face the dragon before avoidance gives it teeth. Protect your attention like a sovereign protects land, because excellence is not intensity. It is repetition with dignity. So draw the line today. 1 hour, 1 wall against chaos, 1 act of daily sovereignty. And if you keep that hour long enough, something irreversible begins to happen. You stop trying to become someone. You become them, quietly, deliberately, without theater. And the life that once drifted begins finally to obey its builder.